Hey folks, welcome to my channel. My name is Joe. Today we're going to talk about snake racks. Actually, we're going to talk about, is it cheaper to buy a snake rack as opposed to building a snake rack on your own? And if it is cheaper to build a snake rack on your own, how much cheaper is it? Is it worth the time? Is it worth the effort that you put in? Which is better? So today I've done both. I'm going to show you the rack that I've built. I'm also going to show you the rack that I bought. We'll do a price comparison. I'll also take you to the internet. I'm going to show you racks from Tallgrass Reptiles, Vision, Freedom Breeder, Sea Serpents. We'll look at all those and we'll compare them to what I spent on my rack, and you guys can decide for yourself, is it worth it to put in the time and effort to build a rack, or is it just better to go out and buy one? So let's take a look at what I spent on my 21 tub system. So for my 21 tub system, it uses 28 quart tubs. I spent $85 on the tubs, that's 21 tubs, $90 on the heat tape, $13 for clips, $280 on the sheets of PVC, and $7 on the screws, and that all comes out to $475. So for $475, I built me a 21 tub system. So let me show you that system. Let me also show you the other rack that I have. We'll talk about what I spent on that. So this is the snake rack that I built. As I mentioned, it has 21 tubs. They're 28 quart tubs. The sheets of PVC I was able to purchase at Home Depot for $68 for a 4x8 sheet. The tubs I bought at Walmart, they were 2 for $8. And when I mentioned clips, these are clips here. And what these are, they're for window screens. They're clips to hold in window screens, and the reason I bought these is because if a snake was able to push up against the ceiling and shift its body as it's doing that, they can scoot the tubs, and this prevents the tub from coming out. See that? It'll prevent the tub from coming out. It's not likely that they're going to do that, but it's just a precaution, and it's cheap enough for the clips. The clips are $6 per package, and I think the package was just over $2 for 6 clips. So it's well worth it. You know, just a little precautionary measure there. And when I built this, one thing that's cool about when you're building your own tubs, your own racks, is that you can customize it to your needs. And I made a table up here. So this acts like one big shelf where I've got, my heat gun. I have geckos in here. These are great for geckos, so I keep their worms right up here. Spray bottle for misting, my thermostat, extra bowls, hides, my scale, and a watering system there. So I didn't really have a place to store this before, and I used to just kind of store some of the stuff on the floor next to my snake cage, and it was kind of a bother. So this, actually building it myself, I just decided to create a shelving system that I can just keep it all on. So that's one benefit to building things on your own, is that you can customize it to your exact needs. So this is what I built for $475. Now let's take a look at this one here. This is a 5 tub system, this black unit here. I bought that from Sea Serpents, and this one I spent $430 on, and I get 5 tubs out of it. This one here costs $475 to make. I got 21 tubs out of it. Now granted, the tubs are different sizes. This one here is for subadults, and I also use it for babies. for the hatchlings. So this one here is for adults. And here's the difference in size of the tubs right here. So the black unit that I bought from Sea Serpents uses V70 tubs. And these are about 33.5 inches long, whereas these are about 22 inches long. And they're both about the same width. This one's 17.5 inches wide, this one's 16 inches wide. And they're about the same height, where they're just under 6 inches tall. And other than that, though, I get 5 snakes in this, where I can do 21 in here for nearly the same price. Both of them are on casters, but this here was $430. This one was $475 to build. So let's go online. Let's take a look, because these are vastly different. This one here is made for adults. This one here I built for subadults and for hatchlings. So let's go online. Let's take a look at what it would cost to build something comparable to this. And we'll look at, like I said, we're going to look at TGR, we'll look at Sea Serpents, we'll look at Freedom Breeder, we'll look at Vision, and we'll also look at Reptile Basics, because they sell racks too, so we'll look at those as well. Okay, so now we're going to look at some of the companies that I spoke of earlier. We're going to take a look at their racks, compare them to the one that I built, and we'll see what theirs cost and compare it to what I spent on building my own. So first we're going to look at Reptile Basics, and they have a VE6 rack, which is the most comparable that I could find to the one that I built. The one that I built houses tubs that measure 6 inches high, 16.25 inches wide, and 24 inches long. Their VE6 rack will hold tubs that measure 22.44 inches deep, 14.76 inches wide, and 4.25 inches tall. So that's as close as I could come to the tubs that I purchased at Walmart. So this only comes in a 6 tub system. Remember, the one that I built was 21 tubs for $475. This is the rack only, and it's priced at $279.99. That's without the tubs. Once we add the tubs, that's an extra $54. So now that brings us up to $333.99. Now keep in mind, this is for 6 tubs, and that does not include shipping. Shipping is usually $70 or higher for racks of this size. So when you look at that cost, the one that I built, where I'm getting 21 tubs for $475, roughly the same size, you look at $333.99, so roughly $334. You tack on, let's just say $70 shipping, and that's putting you over the $400 mark. And again, that's for 6 tubs, so you're getting a tub for 6 snakes, where for about the same price we got a rack that holds 21 snakes. So now let's look at TGR, Tall Grass Reptiles. They have the FB20 rack. It's a 5 tub system, and it starts at $250. That is without tubs and without heat. So once we add the tubs, we're looking at $70 more. Once we add the heat tape, you're looking at $25 more. And then they ask if you want it open or closed-sided. It's going to be more money if you want it closed-sided. I always build my tubs closed-sided, because I don't, anytime that you have sides that are open, the temperature in the room can affect the temperature in the tubs. So it affects it more when there's lack of material on the sides. So I always build mine enclosed, because I like to keep the temperature where I've got it set without the room temperature having an effect on that. So To get a closed-sided system, it's $45 extra. So with the tubs, with the heat, and with the closed-sided system, you're tacking on $140 more to that $250 price that they had. So that's going to come out to $390. That does not include shipping. So you tack on roughly, I'd say about $70 for shipping, and you're over you're over 400. You're at $460 again for 5 tubs. So $475 for 21 tubs, or $460 thereabouts for 5 tubs. Now let's look at Freedom Breeder. Freedom Breeder is not really a fair comparison because the rack system I built is made with PVC sheets, whereas Freedom Breeder uses stainless steel tubing. They're very nice caliber racks that they build, but again, it is a rack for snakes. It's an option that's out there, so that's why I'm bringing this into to compare. So when I'm looking here at their system for, it's called a Reptile 1020. So this holds 20. $1,800 to hold 20 snakes. It's a nice rack, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's very, very nice. And a lot of people use them and a lot of people love them. But still, when you're looking at cost, $475 to house 21 snakes. Theirs is $1,800 to house 20. I'd rather pay the $475. So let's take a look now at Vision racks and cages. The one that I found most comparable was model V35. Okay, so this one houses 11 21 quart tubs. Remember, I used 28 quarts, but this is the closest I could get. And this one is starting at $623. Now you look at it and you think, that's not bad. It's mine cost $475, so for a little over $100 more, you can have one that's already built for you. That's not bad. It'll save you in labor. Well, this one is just the rack, no tubs whatsoever. So once we add the tubs, and once we add the heating and the stop plates, they don't have any stop plates on the back of their cages. So when you're pushing in the tub, you can actually push it further than what the rack is and leave an opening, and your snake can escape. So you want to have a backing there so that the tubs don't just slide out. This one has stops, so it'll stop each tub, kind of like the pin system I was showing you on my rack, where I got those little clips that you swivel, and it stops the tub from coming out. So you add those, you add the heat tape, and you add the tubs. Now you're adding $341 to that, just for the heating, the tubs, the side guides, and the rear guides. And now you are looking at a grand total of $964. So it's right up there with the Freedom Breeder. And that does not include shipping. So again, and shipping is going to be even greater on something this large. It's going to be well more than $70. So those are the price comparisons with building your own tub and purchasing one that's already made for you. Now let's take a look at the tubs. If you want to build your own rack, but you don't want to use Walmart tubs and you want to use tubs that were made for snake racks, let's take a look at what that would cost you. So you build your own rack, it's already built, now you need the tubs. So let's take a look at what the tubs would cost. Here we're looking at Reptile Basics. They sell tubs, and their tub, the one that's comparable to the one that I bought, is $18 per tub. The price does get cheaper as you buy more. If you buy between 2 and 11, then they charge you $12. If you buy between 12 and $999, they're $11. Now the tubs that I bought at Walmart were 2 for $8, or you can buy them individually for something like, I think it was $4.29 if you buy them individually, so you save like 58 cents if you buy them in the 2-pack. But 2 for $8 compared to $18 per tub. Now let's look at the what the tubs cost at TGR, so Tall Grass Reptiles, buying the same tubs, $14 per tub. So again, 2 for $8 or $14 per tub. And again, you got to pay shipping on this. So not only are you paying $14 per tub, you're also paying shipping. If you go to Walmart and you just buy the tubs, you're not paying any shipping at all. Freedom Breeder. Freedom Breeder has very nice tubs. I do like their tubs. Theirs are actually reasonably priced at $11 per tub. Again, you're going to pay shipping on that. So however many tubs you get, you're going to pay shipping on those. Now let's go to Vision, take a look at their tubs. Their tubs are $19.20 each, or you save money as you buy more. If you buy 2 and over, it's $12 each. If you buy 4 and over, it's $10 each. If you buy 8 and over, it's $9.20. And then it keeps going on to where if you buy 150 or more, it's $7.20 per tub. Still not as cheap as Walmart, where Walmart's $4.29 per tub. So now let's take a look at Sea Serpents. Sea Serpents is where I bought my the rack that I showed you, the black one that's out there. They don't sell tubs by themselves, but they do sell racks that come with the tubs. So the rack system that they sell, that's comparable to what I built, they have a 5-tub system, and they have a 3-tub system for subadults. Now their 5-tub system is $280 plus $68 shipping. So you're looking at $348. Again, that's 5 animals that you can hold in there, 5 subadults, as opposed to $475 for 21 animals. So their 3-tub system is $190 plus $48. Again, you're paying over $200 for just 3 animals, for housing for 3 animals. Do the math, take a look at it yourself, weigh out your options, and I'm sure you can see by this that it's far beneficial to build your own, and that is if you can build. Not everybody can build, and if you can't build, then this is an option for you to go and buy them new. You're going to pay quite a bit more, but not everybody can build, so those options are out there. But if you're contemplating whether it's worth it to spend the money and the time to build your own tubs, I think it is. So this is the PVC that I bought. I bought it at Home Depot. It's made by Veranda, and it comes in 4x8 sheets. One thing about building your own rack is that you have pieces left over, so you can use them toward your next rack. This here is a sheet of a 1/4 inch PVC. This is what I use as a backing. And then this here is the 1/2 inch, and that's what I used for the sides, top, and bottom. And like I said, this comes in 4x8 sheets. The backing comes in 2x4 sheets. Another good thing about building your own rack, you can take scrap PVC and you can make dividers, and that way you can have 2 hatchlings in one rack. And these dividers that I made them the height of the tub, so they go right to the top of the shelf above them, and the snakes have no chance of crawling over to the other side. So this is a great way to store 2 hatchlings in one tub. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it helped you out. If you're going to build your own rack, please keep an eye out for my next video. I'm going to do a video on tips for building a rack. It won't be a how-to video because there's lots of those out there and I don't want to regurgitate what's already out there. This will be tips though when you do go to build your rack on things that I found work best. And it'll include things like how to properly put air holes into your tubs without cracking the tub. It's also going to include how to recess your tape properly so that your tubs aren't rubbing against the tape, which can cause a fire. And the method that I use, you don't need to tape down your heat tape, so you don't have to worry about having any type of tape or stapling it down. This one I routed a certain way where you can just slide the tape into the PVC and the PVC holds it down. And if you don't know what I mean, I'll quickly show you what I'm talking about. So this is what I was referring to when I was talking about the heat tape being recessed, where you don't need tape to hold it down. This is actually in the PVC. There's channels on each side that I've made where the tape just slides right into the PVC, and the PVC itself keeps the tape in place, so you don't need to use the any type of tape or staples to hold it down. And the tubs, when they slide, because it's recessed, the tubs never rub the tape at all, so you don't have to worry about rubbing off the plastic and creating a fire. So if you'd like to learn how to do that, watch my next video. I'm going to put it out after this one, so they should be coming out on the same day. If you haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe, and I appreciate your support. Thank you.